Hey guys, welcome back to Program Up, and today in this episode we're gonna talk about programming. Now, this is not gonna be a review about any product or something, but today we're gonna talk about programming in reality. So there's a question that's often asked to us, and that is, what's the best way you would recommend to learn programming? And for me, the best way to learn programming is broken down into three important steps. Right now, most of you might be trying to learn programming. You might be taking up courses onto the internet. So there might be a number of courses around there, and you might be taking in any of the courses. You'll be also paying up some hefty amount of money, massive amounts of investments. But at the end of the day, you might be thinking that there's something remaining, and I'm not yet a great programmer right now, and I do need to have a real side of programming. So, what's the mistake in learning there? The mistake is that you do learn, but you don't practice. So, by that, I'm trying to mean that you don't practice onto the right place. You might be practicing a lot of programs, you might be practicing a lot of things over there, but the problem is in reality. So, you have no experience how to deploy your knowledge, your experience, whatever you're grabbing in something, a place that can be in real into existence. So here comes the first thing. Take a project and start to do something real. Start to experience programming in reality. And this is the best thing. Guys, we often think about it like we don't have enough experience, and right now I'm not the best version to do work onto a real project. So, if you are into that case, let me bring you to the Ernest Hemingway's quote. It says that we are all apprentices in a craft where no one ever becomes a master. So, he says that we all are apprentices, we all are students in a craft where no one ever becomes master. So, you can never be a master of something. There couldn't be a day in your life where you would come up and you would finally say that today I'm the best version, and no one on this planet Earth is better than me. This obsession about mastery is something very unreal and untruth. It has got some significance, but every moment of time, no matter how great you become, every moment of time you have a slight marginal gap to be covered in. So that's the reason. So that's the reason I recommend it to you that start to practice your knowledge, deploy your knowledge onto something very real. Take a project, start something real, and do work onto that. Because at most moment of times, you might not even be knowing where are you going to use that knowledge. You might be learning the things, but you might not be knowing that where should I use it in reality, where it will be applicable. So knowing that one thing is really important. And when you take a project, so you start to know that, oh, this knowledge, what this thing that I learned there can be applied over here. This is how I can twist this thing into another thing that would be much more better. So when you're actually applying your knowledge, you learn much more better. So it's something really needed when you're learning programming, because learning just through the codes, syntax, algorithms is gonna not help you because you're not applying it anywhere. So application is much more important than just learning. And if you think about it, like learning, I haven't completed learning, how can I apply that? So learn one thing, apply onto the project, learn another thing, apply onto the project, and just move on that way. Many of the time it has been asked to me like, how do I do programming when I'm not ever seen as doing programming? Because most often you won't even see me as doing programming, as doing coding. So how do I do it? I plan. Most of the times, what I do is I do planning, because programming is not all about writing codes. Most of the times, it's all about planning. If you don't plan, how are you going to achieve your target? So you won't be achieving that. So planning is much more important to that. And that's one of the parts that I learned when I was doing a lot of projects. So by applying my knowledge, I got to learn this thing. Now we come down to the second step. So the second step is it's it starts with a quote that says, better to master one mountain than 1,000 foot hills. So that's similar to as what Bruce Lee even says, that I'm afraid of that one skill that you have practiced for 1,000 times, and not the 1,000 skills that you have just practiced for one time. So this is the important situation over here for most of you who might be just beginners in programming. So if you're just starting with programming, and you might be thinking that you need 1,000 things to be covered in, there are 1,000 more topics to be covered. So no, that's not the scenario. You just need one topic, and by topic I'm trying to mean that you just need to learn one programming language, and that's enough for you. As a beginner, you should be much more focused and concentrated towards learning one programming language. And yes, I mean that one programming language, and that's it. It can be C, C++, Java, Python, or any other language. But you should be learning just one programming language at the beginning, and try to learn that in depth, core, completely. Try to learn every another syntax, why that colon is important, why the semicolon is important, why the comma is important, why is that bracket at to that place only, why is it not at to some other place, why do we write the return statement at that position only, what will happen if we shift that onto the next line. So question everything, try to understand everything about programming, because the more better you can understand just one language, the more better programmer you can be. I have seen most of the people learning thousands of programming language, and by literally I'm trying to mean that thousands means thousands. So they learn a lot of number of programming languages, but at the end of the day they are just amateur in every of those. So that's the problem. Learning thousand things but not being a master at any one of those is just not enough. You should be practicing, you should be learning everything in detail, and once you're ready to understand everything in detail of one programming language, learning anything else, learning another programming language is really easy, because now there's just a twist and turn and some differences into syntax, not into logical patterns. Logical patterns remain the same way. So I've basically made a complete video on logics. If you want to have a look at that video, either the link is in the top right corner, you can click up there and have a look at that video either about logics and why I focus upon logics much more than anything else. And that can help you to leverage your programming skills from 1 to 10, and that's really so much important and so much valuable. And here we come down to the third step, that's ideas. Now you are a beginner and you might be thinking that you're saying that work onto a real-time project, but where will I get that project? Now this is a big question. Where will you get a project? So you can get projects at numerous places. Some of your friends or family members might be needing a website or a small software, or if you're learning Android application or iOS application. So some of your friends or family members might be needing that. So you can take in their ideas, what they need, and just try to help them for free. Develop an application, develop a website or a software or a small program for them so that they can use that in reality. And when you'll try to do that, you'll get some knowledge in reality of the application of where you can actually use your complete set of knowledge, as well as you'll be learning something more. And that something more is needing. So the things that you need and you do not know. And that is really fortunate enough. Yes, I said fortunate. You'll be really fortunate enough to know that you do not know things, because to learn something, we should know what we do not know. I'm not trying to confuse you all, but yeah, this is important. You should be knowing what you do not know. And once you know that thing, that you do not know this thing, then you can learn that. So Tim Grover says that embrace not knowing and be a lifetime student. So you should embrace that. Yes, you do not know something. Now you can go in search of that, and then you can learn that one thing. So that will be really, really much more of importance for you. So, and finally, if you end up saying to me that I tried everywhere and I do not got any idea, no friend or none of my family members need any projects, any applications or something. So what do I do? So do one thing, the most simplest and the best idea. Create a profile for yourself. If you're doing web development, make a profile. If you're doing application development into iOS or Android, make a small application for yourself. That can be a profile application. So just try to showcase your knowledge, your skills on that platform. For example, you can make in a website, and on that website you can list your skills the things you can do, what are your technical skills, and just try to make it a kind of a resume for yourself, so that if someone wants to have a look, like if you're an web developer, if you need to showcase something that you have done in reality just to get a project, so you can showcase that, yeah, here's my website, this is my profile website that I have built for myself, and if you want, I can do it for you too. So that can be an example, that can be a portfolio for someone. So if you do not get any idea from anywhere else, just start with a portfolio website, and that can be really helpful for you. So this would be the minimal idea what I can provide it to you right now, that this can be one of the benchmark steps for you in learning programming. And if you can combine everything together, this will be really helpful for you from just getting from step 1 to step 10. And do not try to fast forward the process. Learning is a slow curve. If you learn slowly, but if you learn accurately with focus, that is of much more importance than learning fast and not getting into the details. So that's completely not recommended for you. So learn slow, but learn everything to the depth with concentration and focus. That's much more important in learning programming. And it is gonna take you time. So I'm alarming you with this one thing, that it will take you time to learn programming. It's not an easy process. If it was easy, everyone in the world would have been a programmer one day. But it's not an easy thing to be learned. So mark these words and start doing it right now. Take in a project in reality and start to work on that. That's my final piece of advice for the day. And if you liked our video, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, meet you in the next episode with some more tips and advice. Till then, goodbye.